Hey, it's me, and I'm JV, the Antique Autistic. And today, we're going to talk about, but autistic people can't cruise. But really, we can. But first, I want to ask y'all who pray, if you would pray. You all know about the autistic community we're trying to build up in the mountains. And before that, we were going to do it right here in Pueblo. We had a man, a benefactor, who was going to help us greatly with that. I've been trying actually to interview him. He's got this fascinating life, and even if we aren't able to do it, we still will do it here somehow, because that's what we were initially going to do. But the reason I'm worried it might not happen is because I'm actually a little bit worried about, his name is Michael, I'm a little bit worried about his well-being. There's reasons for me to be worried, mostly because I worry all the time. But if you please pray for Michael's safety, I'd really appreciate it. And now, getting back to the cruise, we are going on a cruise out of Galveston. We purchased it actually for a really good price. We purchased, and over 2 years ago, we booked it and we paid for it before we knew that Bobby was going to have to retire and all this stuff, and so we couldn't afford to go on one now. But the fact of the matter is, cruising is really a good deal anyway. It's going to cost, it cost us about $3,000 when it drive down.
Yeah.
Costs about $3,000 for 2 weeks, because we're going back to back. For 4 people in a room that has this great big window you can actually sit in, and has 2 bathrooms. This picture here is the actual ship we're going to be going on to, the Carnival Breeze. We'll be going to Cozumel twice, Belize,
Rotan, Honduras, Jamaica,
yeah,
and Grand Cayman.
and Grand Cayman, yes. And we love cruising. Our family loves cruising. But we have people ask us, and it's usually not normal people. It's usually parents of autistic children and autistic people who say, how can you be autistic and cruise? Okay, first, probably not every single autistic person could cruise. Just like not every single non-autistic person could cruise and enjoy it. But I think for the vast majority of non-autistic and autistic people, we can. But there are certain things, for an autistic person, certain accommodations certain things that need to be planned out. For example, many autistic people, including myself, are dyspraxia. For not dyspraxia, we're like great singers and really coordinated and this and that, but I'm dyspraxic. I'm really clumsy, which is why when I messed my foot up, my leg up so bad, they didn't give me crutches, they gave me a walker. And it also makes, if you're dyspraxic, which I said often comes with being autistic, there's the direction problems. And the ship is really big, and I get lost on the ship. And so I have been memorizing the outline of the
Floor plan.
floor plan. How many stories above water are there?
Approximately 13 to 14 stories.
13 to 14 above water. This thing is huge. It's a floating city, guys. But a lot of people say, well, I've heard they're loud, I've heard they're crowded, I've heard they're this, and that's all true. Okay. I'm an autistic person. Like all autistic people, I need seclusion at times. Like all autistic people do. Seclusion sometimes to recharge, whatever. But I'm also a person who, if I'm really excited about something, then my excitement gets to be even bigger than all the loud noises and sounds and everything. And I'm one of them. And so to me, cruising is, oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. And even some of these tips that I'm going to give, when I'm going to give some tips that are good tips, even if you're not autistic, okay? But some of the tips for autistic people I don't even use because I just personally don't need them because I get so caught up in the excitement. The first challenge, if you're autistic or if you have anxiety or if you just really don't like crowds, is that when you check in, you have humongous crowds. Especially it's a Carnival Breeze, especially on the Carnival ships where you go on the fun ships and they're the cheap seats. Did I tell them how much it costs? Yeah. Okay. It gets very crowded. And so what a lot of people do is they go in after everybody else has gone on. They wait until, the afternoon before they go on the ship when it's not crowded. They can just go through and they can go to their room. I would advise earplugs and or, your headphones and some good wraparound glasses because of flashing lights and such. When you get to your room, what you will hopefully have memorized the whole ship, a lot of people decorate their door. It's just kind of a cruising tradition. And it's a really great thing if you're autistic because, it's just everything looks the same. And even if you're not, it is. And it's kind of fun, too. And so you can go to your room. Now, the only thing I really have a problem with, and I really have a problem with it, is I always have a problem with, what is that called? When you gotta go, the safety drill.
Oh, the mustard drill.
The mustard drill. And it is required by law. And a good thing to do is to put your headphones on or whatever and just go to where it is before they have all the sounds and you have thousands of people going up the stairs and such, and just go sit down wherever the area is and pull out a book or something and just have your headphones on. You can ask, and and they will do a lot of accommodations if you feel you need help as far as being disabled or something. They will also help. The picture's gone. We need the picture back. Ah!
Uh-oh.
There it is.
Hopefully it comes back. There we go.
Is. And accommodations that you will need. You can tell Carnival or whatever cruise line, and it will help you with that. But another thing that you can do is you have the headphones on, say during the drill you want to know what's going on. You can request in advance the written instructions that they also give to, say the deaf people get the written instructions. You can ask for that. Now, what do you do on a ship? Okay, anything and everything. First thing I do is I always make sure I know where the library is, because no matter how busy the rest of the ship is, the library is really quiet. And you guys remember, sometimes if I'm real excited, then I can handle all the crazy wildness. But some people can't. But really, if you wanted to, you could go on a ship and you could stay in your own room, especially if you had a balcony or a window, and you could just order room service and just look at the waves in the ocean. And as far as relaxing, there is nothing more relaxing than the rocking of the boat. I have terrible insomnia, but when I'm on a cruise, I sleep. I sleep all night through, and it's just amazing. It's important to wear sunscreen, and many of us have sensitivities, so if you're going to go on a cruise, I would try several different sunscreens till I found one that was, not going to bother your skin. And the same thing with some kind of a bug guard. A bug guard is very important as well. And if you are going to have a balcony, whether you're autistic or not, a bungee cord, the door will automatically close shut, And so a bungee cord will hold it open and you'll get those nice breezes coming in there. And it's really nice. Also, we tell them about the card.
When you walk in the door, the room lights won't stay on unless you take an extra card, like a credit card or some kind of card, or even a card, like a deck of cards, and put it in the little slot next to the door, and then the lights will stay on. They do this so that when you go out of the room, the lights will go off. But it's kind of annoying to have to keep putting your key in there and out and stuff. So we just put a card in there and turn the lights off and on like you're supposed to.
Mm-hmm. And if you order room service, it's free. Remember, everything's in there. They have extras like bingo and alcohol, which we don't drink and such. And usually there's a few ways you can get a few free drinks. And on Carnival also, if you want to, you can bring a couple bottles of wine, I believe. Okay. So, other things I would say, when you get to the ports, when you get to the ports, and I was going to show you on another one. I'm going to show more on this packing and stuff, but look at Bobby's. That's his fancy shirt, tuxedo shirt with all the paint on it. I think that's awesome. And this is my beautiful, beautiful dress that I wear for the formal nights, which are really fun, which you don't have to go to. You could stay in your room, you could go grab a sandwich somewhere, whatever. There is not this pressure that a lot of people think will be too much for autistic people, as long as you know what to do in advance, or if you just don't like crowds. And there's everything there you could possibly imagine. Everything.
They have dinner shows, they have comedy shows, they have magic shows, dancing shows, and they're all free. There's no charge for any of it.
And when you get off on, I started to say this, but then I forgot, when you get off on the ports, say it gets off at 7, don't be waiting in line at 7, you know, go ahead, have your breakfast, whatever, relax, and just wait until the crowd's all gone getting off the ship, you know, and then you can just walk through and get off the ship, and then that's not a problem, and then you go lay on the beach, and oh my gosh, it's just so wonderful. There's so many wonderful things you can do. My only problem, actually, to tell the truth with cruising, is I always get really nervous because my son goes scuba diving. And I'm always worried during that, but that's just me. Actually, Bobby will do the packing video, and we will get a lot of pictures. But you know, we're talking quite a bit about this cruise. It's something I've been looking forward to. We used to do a cruise every 2 years, and that was our Christmas and Valentine's and every present to each other and such was the money for the cruise, and we really enjoyed the price still is a lot of money, even though it's really a good deal, but it makes it even a better deal because I enjoy my cruise from the 2 years before we go. Anyway, I guess that's all I've got to say about that. Guys, if you like this, please give it a thumbs up, maybe a comment, and a nice comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I'm a really good subscriber back. I will, you know, click the little bell and make sure that I go to all your videos, and I even watch the commercials. Usually. And so anyway, and to you haters, oh well, we're here, we're weird, get used to it.